Donald Trump is going in circles over the Iran war and long drawn-out talks. Same pattern repeats every time. And again, he's issued a threat. He holds back the attack at the request of either Pakistan or one of the Gulf allies, fails to break the deadlock during the talks, and the loop continues. Trump has issued threats and ultimatums at regular intervals while the war began on the 28th of February, but he's so far failed to force Iran into a deal of his choice. This time, Iran seems to have simply refused to participate in this game, contradicting to what the US president claims. Iran has now flatly denied that any talks are underway between the two sides. Instead, Iran is now talking with Oman to determine the administrative framework for the Strait of Hormuz. Both nations are reportedly considering a temporary plan to control the maritime choke point. Under the proposal, Iran will control the inbound shipping and maintain visibility over outbound Hormuz traffic with the ability to intervene if necessary. Oman will control the outbound shipping, but it will have to notify Iran about each ship. Outbound Hormuz shipping lane will follow a route between Iran and Oman. Senior advisor to Iran's Supreme Leader Mohsen Rezai has said that Iran will not accept any other route than what has been defined. He's also threatened that Iran will strike the US warships if they venture to pass through the strait.
We will by no means allow the second corridor in the Strait of Hormuz. We won't allow the second corridor to open. Even if they deploy warships, we will target them.
The move has completely sidelined the United States. This is an important diplomatic maneuver as Donald Trump has repeatedly claimed that the Strait of Hormuz is under American control.
We're the one that has total control. We have total control. You know, we have a thing called a blockade with his Navy. And that Navy is, they call it a wall of steel, the United States wall of steel. And no, there's not going to be charging. We're not talking about charging at all. There won't be charging.
Predictably, Donald Trump vented out his frustration via a post on Truth Social. He called Iran's leadership to be duplicitous. He claimed that Iran asks for a meeting behind the scenes while openly denying the discussions with the United States. While calling off the planned attack over the weekend, Donald Trump claimed that it is Iran and other West Asian nations that had asked him to hold off the attack. He has now laid out two demands: opening of the Strait of Hormuz, which he claims is under American control, and an end to what he's called Iran's nuclear threat. Donald Trump's habit of issuing threats and ultimatums has not resulted in any real progress in achieving the deal. We were able to recall 29 threats that Donald Trump has issued since the war began. The latest one is the last chance before decapitation. And earlier he said that Iran will no longer exist if the US decides to escalate on the 7th of April. He threatened to end Iran's civilization at the end of his 48-hour ultimatum. He also threatened to bomb Iran to the Stone Age. Each time Iran has refused to succumb under pressure, people on the streets of Tehran have also now begun to recognize this pattern, and they call it Donald Trump's usual tactic to buy more time.
I am pessimistic because it is not even his first time. It is not his second or third time either. He has repeated the same pattern before. It will once again buy time with the issue of negotiations before he decides to launch attacks again. There are other things he has done before that he may want to do again.
It's hard to determine the state of negotiations. Now, US Treasury Secretary has said that an agreement will be reached on Hormuz by Wednesday, but attacks continue in the Persian Gulf. In the latest, a dry bulk ship was reportedly hit by a projectile near the Strait of Hormuz. On the other hand, Yemen's Houthi rebels have claimed to have hit Saudi Arabia's Najran airport. The exchange of fire has come amidst regional efforts to bring the United States and Iran to a negotiating table, and according to Qatar's foreign ministry, efforts are underway with all parties for a diplomatic solution. And Pakistan's foreign minister Ishaq Dar has requested his Iranian counterpart Abbas Araghchi to visit Islamabad at his earliest convenience. Even if both sides return to the negotiating table, they'll be faced with the same deadlock. Red lines drawn by Washington and Tehran remain unchanged, but any possible deal will require concessions, which no side seems to be ready to make as of now. The question is, which side hurts more with the delay? For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.